Okay, here we are in the Valley Camp Ship Museum. Big ships up in the Sioux Locks, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. We're not at Whitefish Point. We almost made it there today, but between traffic tickets and the loss of credit cards and getting lost several times, we kind of ran out of time. Here's some guy named Barrett. I don't know him, but look at that. Look at that big old boat. People make these things. I did ride on the fishing vessel Pandad out of Sitka, Alaska. That's where it was docked, whatever. But we got on it in Seattle. We ran into docks everywhere we went. We ran over a boat once. I got to ride through a storm and take inland waters through from Seattle through Canada, and we hit Kodiak Island. It was a 70-foot cutter, but so many times we should have been underwater. And what would we have seen if we'd have gotten underwater? You'll be living with the fish. And actually, D-Day was there. And at one point, when we were pulling in the fish, the skipper had put too much bait. You're supposed to go like 36 inches with your bait lines on a long lining vessel with squid that we cut up. He put them every 18 inches because he wanted to catch a lot more. So they were all bound up and wrapped up together, coming over the gurney, what we called the Wheel of Pain, because D-Day was at the gurney, and all those, I'm cutting fish as they're coming on, cutting the lines, and all of a sudden I heard really loud. Look at that. What is it? It's a trout. And there's a 300-pound anchor on the other line that's hooked to a buoy, and you pull it in and roll it up and bring in the fish. And he screamed like somebody I'd never seen, and he was getting dragged. He had a hook through his hand, and it was dragging him back down over the edge. And I was like, and I turned and I cut the line and saved him. He had the hook through his hand. Skipper had to cut it off and pull it through and put him back to work with a piece of gauze and bandage around there. But D-Day almost got the biggest adventure of all, swimming with the fish.